I had a friend. She was trying to get away from, quote unquote, like, drinking and going out clubbing and bars and that scene. And she's like, well, who am I going to hang out with? Like, what do I go do?
That
and
is
it's
a fear.
like,
That's a legitimate fear.
and
That's a
it's-
good point, because I remember that fear too.
Right.
That's the fear, I think, of a lot of drug addicts and alcoholics especially. So many memories are tied to drinking. In fact, every one of my stories was starting with, man, you remember that time we were so fucked up, man? and a lot of the people in that world, for me, I still am close with. I don't run with them as much anymore, because when we get together, that's all the stories are, is looking over your shoulder and talking about, oh yeah, that time, blah blah blah, which can, if you're not strong enough, that can lead you right back into that trap too of like, well, let's get a little something and just for old time's sake or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so you start to
If
find
you
that
haven't
you
beat
don't
them.
have as much in common with those people anymore. But you really touched on something, that fear of, well, if this isn't in my life, then what's it going to be like next time I go fishing? Or, or next time I go out with the boys and we're shooting up at the farm or something like that. That fear of like, well, I'm not going to say I'm never going to do it. Well, for me, it had to be one or the other. I was never going to be a 2-beer person.
Yeah.
Anything worth doing, 2 was going to turn into 22 pretty fast.
Bro, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I
Anything
call-
worth doing is worth doing well.